Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so it looks like everything worked. That's good. um, I can't remember how to do this. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay. So everything looks like it's running at the moment, which is great. Um, I think. Pardon me. Except for the little watching, watching now thing isn't working, but oh well. I guess I'll have to try and work that out later. Um, I don't always wear the hat there, James. But if you want me to wear it, I'll wear it. We're just going without it for once. No, good to see you here, Nath. Fisher, I think. Yeah, Chev was in first. I was late setting the stream up and getting it out to Facebook and all that, but I think I got it with about an hour and a half to go or something. It all got put out. Yeah, thanks, Blake. I've played around with the camera a little bit. I've actually got the M50 set on 4K video streaming, or 4K video, even though it's only coming through at only coming through at, I think it's 720 or something. I don't know what it comes through at on the on the through Streamlabs and that, but no, you can't make me knock it over. I have it free floating, so you can't make me knock it over this time. James, that's probably a setting that you've got got on the laptop. On your computer, auto. Yeah, okay. No, it's only coming through it. Yeah, 480. Okay, I don't know why, but yeah, it's got 480 on mine as well. So I am glad it's a hell of a lot better. It took me a good hour or so to work out how to get the picture better because I got annoyed looking at the yeah, I don't know what I've got set up here at my end, Blake, but no, as long as it looks better and works out a lot better, I'm happy. I got when I was setting it up today, I got sick of looking at a little pixelated image, so I played around with it until I finally got it to the way I like, and running my camera on 4K was the best way to do it. Thanks there, Craig. I'm definitely gonna try and get it a hell of a lot better. I'm still fairly new to all this tech tech gear and bizzo. um, but up until a month ago, I've been doing almost live streams and that on um, I was doing everything on my phone, so having the Canon M50 has been a big upgrade. So I could probably find a blur effect to put over my face, or just get um, a filter of Blake's face and throw over the top of mine. That seems to be doing all right on Blake's channel. So We'll throw a mask over my face and and do it that way. um, so I suppose the biggest thing I have to talk about this week is with the fish room, as you might have seen on the blog yesterday. I've done a bit of rewiring and everything like that to to get a lot of the cables and that up off the ground and away from the water. um, but but I did cop a lot of flack from that because apparently what I was doing was unsafe by um, cutting extension leads and rewiring an extension lead in as a proper temporary wire that still plugs into a power point that is still safety rated and everything else. So um, well, yeah, break. I believe that cables on the ground around a fish tank is worse than running them up high and um, doing stuff like that anyway. So if a fire hazard in a metal shed and a concrete floor is the biggest hazard I've got now, I'm pretty happy. I prefer that over getting electrocuted. At least I can see smoke. It's a little bit hard to see electricity. So, um, and because we've been getting a heap of rain lately, I have found out that my shed leaks a little bit, and water was dripping on the ground and running into the where I've got the fish tanks and that. So, well, I really don't mind if I cop a little bit of flack about it, but I know in the future that everything's going to be wired in behind the actual walls and done properly out of the way. So if I cop a bit of flack now, I don't really mind. And that's probably the biggest thing that's happened this week. Um, I've never caught anything on fire yet. Um, all the power boards I use are all fucking safety switched on and that, and I've got circuit breakers and that in the shed, so it's not like it's like this whole shed's on its own three-phase power supply system, so I don't think I can overload overload the shed power with a few LED lights on an extension lead. Um, if I was running all my heaters on that same extension lead, I'd be a little bit worried, but um, but yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, everything's done properly now. Um, I'll not like properly, but properly as long as it doesn't it it can't get affected by water now. Is more the point I'm getting at. Where before it could quite easily be tank could bust or leak, or it could splash a bit of water on it while I was doing a water change, all that sort of nasty stuff. And yeah, not be here to talk about it today. But other than that, everything went well. So my fish room is now a hell of a lot cleaner in the way of cables and safety. So that's more the point that whole video was supposed to be getting at, not the fact that I've done dodgy wiring, and I have done the courses and qualifications to back up the wiring that I did do. So I'm happy. I suppose it's my little bit of a rant. So getting back into what else I was supposed to talk about. What else do we have here? Yeah, it's still not working. So that's exactly right, Chev, and my shed's got that. Now the qualification took me 6 months at tape, Blake. So it's a disconnect and reconnect wiring one. It's basically your basic electrician, so you can cut wires and join wires and that sort of stuff. I can't go out and use it for a money making thing. It's more a in work qualification, but yeah, I am qualified to do small wiring things like that. Yeah, Craig. That's basically what I'm doing. But like I said, I'm making sure everything's safe and everything's done correctly. Anyway, yes, I used an extension lead when I probably should have used proper wires. But what's the difference between plugging an extension lead into a power board and doing what I done? Absolutely nothing. um, so I don't know what everyone was jumping up and down for. But other than that, what else has gone on this week? We've cleaned up most of my shed and started sorting out everything. I have disconnect and reconnect. I also have I never remember the exact name of it. You got me thinking. Not 100% sure what the full qualification name is, but it allows me to run cables and that as long as they are through a plug. I can't hardwire anything directly into a main board, but up to the main board I can run the wires and connect everything up. But like I said, Adam, what have I done that's not safe? I suppose the rest of the stuff I've done, this tank behind me, I have. Yep, that's probably the only thing, James. Yeah, the tank behind me, we've cleaned it up and taken a fair few plants and that out and replanted a heap. um, yeah, I probably should know them, Adam, but like I said, I don't know the exact name of it. But I also have about 20 to 30 other qualifications too that I can't remember every single name of to the exact number, and that and a lot of them that I've done, the numbers in that have all changed and the names have all changed. So even if I did know the exact names of them, they would all be different. But yeah, like I was saying, the tank behind me, we've trimmed that up, cleaned that out. Um, yeah. Yeah, so cleaned all that tank up and um, got everything going there. I've also done a couple other videos coming coming out this week on some of the equipment that I'm using to actually film my videos and live streams and stuff like that, and what I come from to what equipment I have now. Um, and what else have we done? Crap, now in the fluster, I can't remember anything. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple of new fish that we're doing videos on and getting ready to do the bar breeding project and finish off the white cloud minnow breeding project. Their tanks get set up tomorrow and get ready and getting ready to start all that tomorrow. And yeah, Bodgy, that's about it. We're just talking about my video I put up yesterday and all the apparent dodgy wiring that I done. Yeah, I've probably got to stop doing that. Crap. So yeah, the videos I got coming out are all the videos on my video on my equipment and all the breeding projects and that that I've got coming up. We've also got I'm going to be splashing together my fish room build up to now, and maybe putting a video out on that, the whole planning process of it, and getting around to everything like that. But I do think in the next few weeks and that my video making will actually drop down a little bit to probably just the live streams and the vlogs, as I've got to start knuckling down and doing renovations and that on my house. We've got a lot of building in that to do. We've got the builders and that coming in the next few weeks to finalize all the plans, and I've got to start doing building new fences and stuff like that. So if you don't see any Wednesday videos, that's probably because I'm working my ass off and don't have a chance to get them out. But if I can get them out, I definitely will. I'm trying to get as many filmed as I can over the next week or two, so I can sit down and edit them of a night time and get them out over the next few weeks. And what else is there? Crap. Lost my train of thought again. To be honest, there's not really much new stuff going on. I live in the central west of New South Wales, Craig, um, in a little town called Cowra, basically nearly smack bang in the middle of New South Wales. So, um, at the moment, we've been copping rain every 3 or 4 days, so it's making planning builders and stuff like that really hard. Every time you think you get a chance to do something, everything just pops up and it starts raining. Like I've got three gum trees I need to get removed, but the arborist won't come to chop them down because he doesn't think he'll get his equipment into the area because the ground's boggy and we need the trees moved before we can change all the get the fences and that done. After the fences and that done, I can start digging a fish pond, which is the first major project after the fish room. But the way the fish room's going and everything else, because I can't start the fish room, finish the fish room off until all the house renovations are done. I think starting to dig the fish pond and doing the videos on the fish pond may be the next big project coming out. So that'll probably be the next big thing. So yeah, if anyone else has any questions and stuff like that, quite happy to answer them. We're right on the edge of town, and we have 3/4 of an acre. So yeah, we're right on the edge of town, and we have three quarters of an acre. So, the shed that I've got the fish room in is a 6 meter by 9 meter shed, by 12 meter shed, sorry. And like the land's big enough to put have a horse in half the block and still have plenty of yard left for 2 dogs to have their own yard about the same size as the shed and still have plenty of room. But I'm trying to build a colorbond fence, but we've got gum trees in the way. So we've got to get rid of the gum trees so I can build the colorbond fence. Then as soon as the fence is up, the house renovations can start. So everything's coming along. Once all that's done, I'll finally have a room where I can actually set up properly to stream from and everything else, as well as having a green screen and everything properly so I can actually have have everything done. Becca's Woody. Good to see you here, all the way from Poland. That's great. Hi, Redfish, Bluefish. Good to see you here. It's great. Great to see new faces in here. Well, James, if you're on an acre, you are definitely on a little bit bigger area than what I am. As I've said before, the plans are to build a big shed on part of the property other than the one I've already got, and put in a couple of big tanks within that shed and house a few bigger Australian natives. and hopefully that all comes to plan in the next couple of years. But see how money goes and everything else. But yeah, so that'll be good if that all comes along and actually works out well. Oh crap. But yeah, building a pond out of a veggie box sounds like a good project there, James. Be great to see that one come along. I am getting geared up to go do Blake's fish trap challenge. I've got all the gear for it. Just trying to get permission at the moment from my stepson's father to allow me to show his face in or on camera. If not, the video will still go ahead, just everything blurred out. Pardon me. So yeah, we're definitely going to try and get down to the river this week and give it a go. That's providing the river's still not flooding. Because we've had a heap of rain around here lately, the river keeps going up and down with floods. So, no, I actually live less than a kilometre away from the Lachlan River, which feeds into the Darling eventually. Actually, no, it feeds into the Murray, I think. No, Darling. No, yeah, feeds into the Darling down near Hay and Deniliquin, I think. Down there somewhere. I do know there is some. Yeah, I do know there is some Australian long arm shrimp down there. So if we catch some more of those, I'll be quite happy to put them in with my other long arm shrimp. I know there's other Australian natives in that there, but in New South Wales we're not allowed to take any live finned fish from the waterways that are undersized, unless they're all brought from a fish farm or they're at legal size. So that'll be the only bummer. I won't be able to bring any fish home and put them in a tank. But what I am going to do is I have a couple of acrylic pet holders, so we're going to take those down, and if we do catch anything, I'm going to throw them in that, get a video of them, then release them. And I do have over 100 golden perch or yellow belly growing out at the moment, so that'll be. I think I'm going to keep 4 of those. They go back to the intended farm in the next week or two. They've doubled in size since I've got them, so they're just about ready to go to the farm. That's interesting, Blake. That's actually very interesting. I usually go to the Hay B&S each year and then go down to the Deniliquin Ute Muster. So, I've been from around, been down there a few times actually. And yes, James, he's talking about Deniliquin where the Denny Ute Muster is. got here? What have we been going for? I could see Blake up against the big tanks that they have with all the fish in them. Telling everyone how to keep barramundi. while our mateys trying to flick a lure and show them how they all bite. That'd be interesting to watch. um, I don't know, guys. Unless anyone's got a few more questions than that, we might even call this one quits and just have a short one tonight. I didn't really have much to bring up. It's been pretty flat out and haven't had a chance to get a decent stream together. I'm hoping to soon start getting back into a topic. um, and getting back into topics that are related. Related to my channel and where I'm going with it all. And just try and get back on a path, because at the moment it's just sort of going here, there, and everywhere, and my lives are only sort of a get together and a chat and a bit of an update. But at the moment, I think I'm covering all my updates and that in my vlog. There's not really much happening between yesterday and today, so I don't want to try and cover everything twice. But yeah, so and James, I am doing a video on how I clean out the golden perch tank, and doing a bit of an update on them. Yeah, I could do that, Blake. That probably give me a little bit more room. Yeah, I could move the videos to a Tuesday, then do the vlog on a Thursday, then do the vlog on a Friday. I don't think I hear a boom in the backyard there, James. If anything, the stream and everything will just shut down because the power's gone out. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Oh, anyway, guys, I'm gonna end that. I'm gonna end it up now. And just try and catch up on everything, and hopefully next week I can bring you a live stream that actually has a topic, and a topic that I've done a bit of research in that on, and actually can give you a little bit more insight on what's going on, and hopefully I'll have success in getting my barbs and that to breed properly. I know they do breed in this tank behind me, so I can't see why why they won't breed in a smaller tank. I've just got to get the egg crates or something so the eggs will actually fall in between and they can't get to them and eat them. So I'm either going to use egg crate or I'm going to use plastic plants, the ground covering plastic plants. um, I've heard of people fishing around heel sticks at Gelignite. I keep getting eggs, Blake. I just can't get the eggs to hatch. It doesn't matter what I do. I've put them in a full bath of meth blue, and 3 days later they've all gone milky white, and they start growing a fungus. So I just don't think they're getting fertilized. So I think I've either got a dud male or something's just going horribly wrong. Yeah, I've got 2 ladies and a male. When they sent them, they did send a trio, so I've got a male and 2 females. So I don't know what's going wrong. No, there's definitely a difference between the male and the female. Like the males all coloured up, and the females are only about sort of 2/3 of his length. So I might have to. I'm thinking about just pulling the male out of the tank for a couple of weeks, then putting him back in, and hopefully that does the trick, and he wants to do the deed then. So yeah, I've put it down to the eggs just not being fertilized. Are we talking about the tote there, Craig? Because if that's the case, I'm going to pull all the driftwood out and the rocks and that out. I've got them tied up with ropes and everything, so I can pull them out of the tank. And then I'm just going to open the main valve on the bottom of the tote and put a net underneath it and drain the water down. And when the water gets down to about 5 or 6 centimeters, then just scoop them out from there. But I'm hoping that there's still over 100 in the tank. There was 115 go into the 1,000-litre tote. And once a week I've just been changing out 100 litres of water. So if we're talking about the golden perch, yeah, they come from a hatchery. They actually come from a hatchery down in Melbourne, or down near Melbourne. And my other fish, I just go to the local. Oh, my local fish store is. I have 2 that I visit regularly. One of them's an hour away, and the other one's 45 minutes away. So when I go to one, I tend to go to both, and when I go, I tend to spend at least $100 in each store. At least if it's not on fish, it's on food or plants. I'm always buying something when I go, so I don't just go to try and um, yeah. I just try when I go to buy stuff. I don't just go to have a general look. Um, One of my fish stores is really good. If I want specific fish ordered, I just let him know and he'll look them up, and if he can get them, he'll get them. If he can't, he'll just let me know when he can. But I also have a local pet store here in the town I live in. Um, he has some fish, and I use him for sort of emergency supplies and stuff like that. But it's also where I buy my lights and fish tanks, and the products that I've been doing my reviews on have all come from my local pet store here in town. So I do support all three stores, even though I support the aquarium shops more than the local pet store. I do support the local pet store in buying more of my hardware and that from him, as his fish and plant selection as sort of your general generics that you'll see in every fish store, um, where the others are um, one's a lot more specific in more exotic fish from in my part of the area world, exotic fish. So where most pet stores now you won't see pistogrammas and anglers and stuff like that, he has them all. The other pet shops, the other aquarium stores, a lot more into his saltwater and um, gets a lot better range. One's in Cowra, one's in Orange, and one's in Blaney. So all sort of within in sort of 100 kilometers of each other. Easiest fish to breed, in my opinion, is definitely a live bearer, and that can consist of endlers, guppies, platies, mollies, um, all of those um, sort of sort of are an add water type of fish, and they'll breed. And I've over the last 22 years, I have kept all of those and successfully bred and sold all of those. Um, but thanks for the question, Tyler. I think you're a new face here. I haven't seen your face before. See, I've never actually kept cichlids, like the convicts and the yellow labs and all that sort of stuff. I've never kept any of them. Um, no, Fisher. It doesn't mean they're all the same fish. Um, they're all similar. Oh, I kept cichlids for a month when I was holding them for my mother-in-law. They were only supposed to be there for 3 days. Yeah, no worries, Chev. Hi, Kareem Pet Centrals. Yes, Blake, I was more talking about the convicts and stuff like that. Yeah, I've kept discus before, never had much success. Angelfish I've kept but never bred them. Um, the epistogrammas and the cribs are only new to me. Um, I've only had them about a month. Hi, Dan. Good to see you turn up. Yeah, that's true, Blake. Yeah, I've got a male and a female in the tank behind me here. Um, so when they get a little bit bigger, we'll probably separate them into their own tank. They're still pretty small at the moment, so they're still going through their grow out stage. And as soon as I start seeing some breeding behaviour in them, becoming bullies and picking out their driftwood caves, I'll move them into a better tank for them. Don't worry, Fisher. That is exactly the way I started. Actually, a couple of the tanks I have now in the fish room are actually some of the tanks I had when I first started. Um, they were a hand-me-down tank from my mum and dad. Dad used to have a couple of Australian natives, and then he decided to get rid of them. I don't know about an Oscar there, Tyler. Um, I've I've found them a fascinating fish, but I don't have the uh, I don't really have the room in that to put them. Good one, Blake. um, but yeah, Tyler, I'd like to put something like an Oscar and something bigger in at least a 6 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot tank. And I just don't have any tanks that big. Oh, they will, Blake. They will. um, yeah, a 5 foot tank's probably big enough there, Tyler. Like I said, I've never kept them before. I can't really comment on what the best tank size is. Um, but like I said, I just find I think they look better in a bigger tank. Um, but I'd definitely try and do the whole planted theme with an Oscar, even though I know they don't like plants very much, but I think if I had the tank fully planted before I put the Oscar in and grew the Oscar up from a baby, it may take. But I don't know. I'm more into the smaller fish, the nano fish. So yeah, pretty much. It is an expensive hobby, but it's a hobby. You got to spend money on your hobbies. I'm glad I kept this stream going a little bit longer now. All the banter's starting to happen. Um, but I am going to finish it up shortly, guys. um, I am glad everyone could. Oh, I'm trying to do that there. Korean Pet Central. I've been trying to do that for a while, actually. um, oh, probably. Well, I said I was finishing up, then everyone started freaking coming in and asking questions, so I thought I'd hang around. The only reason I was going to end it was because it was going dead. But yes, no, I am definitely finishing this up in the next sort of couple of minutes anyway. I'm still going to go have dinner and actually go out and feed the fish and feed the two dogs and feed the horse and do all my chores, I suppose. Something like that. Oh, thanks everyone for dropping in and saying hi and I don't know, keeping me entertained or entertaining yourselves or listening to me rant and rave on a little bit right at the start, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah. So thanks for coming along, and I'll catch you next Monday at 8 o'clock. Um, oh yeah, right at the start, Dan. I touched up on the vlog from yesterday. I can't. I think Aaron's left. No, all my dodgy electrical work is done for now. So, thanks everyone for coming, and I'll catch you next time.